It's a bit lopsided. God, bloody hell. Right guys, haven't done a video for a bit, and I just got a comment saying that you miss me and how dark times are, you know, and we need your light. I just, you know. I forgot something. Well, here's the thing. I do these videos and they are there to show you all that it's just my process, such as it is, right? And it really just is. Me going through this insane, increasingly horrifying experience, and by that, by the way, I'm not saying that it's hopeless or that we're screwed. I'm not saying that, but I'll get to that in a minute. Mostly, you know, I cannot prop you up, and my light is my light. It's for me, to help me get through this and to make it back home. Yeah, the light reset, the magical, miraculous flow, restoration. Alright? That's for me. And if there's one thing I've learned in this journey, is that you have everything you need within yourself. It's all about true sovereignty. I call that self-power. I don't like the word sovereign very much. It reminds me of kings and queens and that sort of thing, and it's not my bag. You know. And I've been in a really dark place, really just unspeakable, utterly unspeakable. I cannot begin to even put it into words, right? And I've been very unwell. I'm not going to go into details because I'm sure lots of you are going through shit as well. And I've had messages and emails and whatnot, and I just can't reply to any of them right now because I just need to be there for myself. It's as simple as that. And that's just how it's going to be. That is what it is to honor yourself, right? That's what it is to let go of codependency. Oh God, fuck off. Sorry guys. Mr. NPC neighbour. And here I am being reactive again, but it just gets to you, doesn't it? Do fuck off. Alright, I know what I'm going to do. Okay guys, just bear with me a minute. I've got some music going here. It just, oh man, it just never ends, does it? With these NPC type people with their bloody dogs and their papers and their, you know, their stuff. It's, I don't know, it's okay. Bear with me guys, see, it's a bit mad and rambly like the last few videos I've done. You see me? Of course you can. I am here. I'll just put one more on because I'm a bit low here. Oh, do you like my lava lamp? Isn't that nice, eh? Anyway. Right, so I'm having to just bloody well look after myself here, guys. I have very little, if anything, left to give to anyone for the time being. That doesn't mean I'm not going to be doing any more videos. Hell, I'm doing one now. But it's not my job to keep people going, and it's not my job to give you what by rights you need to learn to give to yourself, right? Now, I'm not having a go at you, darling, alright? And thank you for the comment, it really is much appreciated, and my heart goes out to you. I know what you mean, that I've never known it this dark. But you see, evil is revealing itself, guys. That's the way it is. It can't be any other way. This is what I call the apocalypse, meaning the great revealing. That's what it means, the apocalypse. You know, look it up, and etymology. Everything is disintegrating. And it's interesting because I got a comment the other day from somebody, Plutonian, cool moniker, beneath a video, my vision. It's one I did bloody like 5-6 years ago, and I was talking about how I had a vision about this mug, you know, like a mug, which was your typical mundane mug. It was like beige with blue dots, you know, sort of thing I absolutely loathe and despise. It was the ultimate symbol for this reality, right? It was. And it shattered, it broke. And then it turned into like the Holy Grail, and I thought, yeah. I've had quite a few insights and visions. I don't know if any of you remember a video I did where I had a dream about these two elderly people dressed all in beige in the park saying, "Oh, we're here for the culling," and whoops a daisy, you know what I mean? My favourites are The Rabbit Hole Has No Stairs, because that was prophetic as fuck, because I'm actually going through that now. It's where you lose absolutely everything that entangles you to this fake reality, because this, whatever this is not real, guys. Oh my god, the Mandela effects have been, and I hate that terminology, so I tend to refer to it nowadays as the shifting. It's all over the place. It's all over the place, and I mean it's so in my face now that the deniability and the second guessing is gone. It's like, yeah, it's a fact. I see it now. I know. You know, that's it. And as soon as the shadow mind goes, yeah, but it's like, yeah, shut the fuck up, Donnie. You know, shut the fuck up, because I know it's real. Because hey, there it is. I was sat here a couple of days back, and something told me, you need to clean out the bottom of your wardrobe. You have to do it, you have to do it. And it showed me a pair of black boots that I've had for many years, and they've got high heels, so I don't wear them because I don't wear high heels, you know. So I thought, yeah, okay, and then forgot about it, and then it came back a week later, you need to do that, you need to. So I went and did it, and those black boots were covered in green mold in the bottom of my wardrobe. Nothing else, just that. Very strange, you know, very, very odd. So I chucked them out, and then I cleaned the whole wardrobe, and I washed some clothes, and I did this and that, and then I sat down on the sofa, I looked at the clock, and it said 11:11, and then it went from 11:11 right in front of my eyes to 11:22. Boom. Wow. You know, you can't make that shit up. I know this isn't real, whatever this is. And I know that it's a projection of consciousness, that I came into this realm via the birth canal, because I saw that, and there was this black splash, like a cartoony looking black splash, but I was surrounded by light, and I was a being of light in a room, and I inherited the black splash, which is the hell contagion, which is all that ancestral insanity. And in my mother line, it's all about religion. It's all about religion, and there was no love whatsoever in that family. It was brutal, violent, all the men did all right, but the women did not do all right at all. At all. My mother's younger sister, Raini, she married this absolute narcissistic psychopath who tormented her to suicide, and nobody lifted a finger to help her. My mother, well, long story, all of it. Total lovelessness, an absence of love. But me being born into that line, and of course the father line also plays a part, but for me the mother line is what is the cross, the crucifixion, you know, the curse, the sort of abilities I get from the other side, my dad. There was pretty dark shit going on there as well. But here's the thing, guys, there's dark shit going on everywhere. And then when you do meet occasionally these people that have had reasonably nice childhoods, but you'll find they will not be able to get it. They just can't. The reason that I get the darkness is because I've lived it. I have personal experience of it my entire life, and I know it has stalked me, and I learned to observe it and to learn what it is, why it is. And it's impossible for me to put into words, but I'm reminded of Tin Man, which is a sort of spin-off of The Wizard of Oz, and it's a really nice little mini-series where these two girls, princesses, and they love each other very much, sisters, and they go into this cave and wander, and there's this witch in the cave, somewhat ethereal, energetic, demonic being that possesses one of the girls. And so she becomes evil. She thinks this witch goes into her, and it becomes her consciousness. It's no longer the witch, a separate being, but it merges with her, and it becomes her consciousness, and she believes herself to be that. Well, I was born into this world through that birth canal. I believe ever since then, believed myself to be that, to believe myself to be this. And it's just been a fucking horrifying nightmare of PTSD and OCD and insanity. But I didn't know that. I didn't know it, yeah? And then I woke up, and I remember how that happened and how incredible it was. I was sat on the sofa and I was watching television, as you do, smoking, you know, whatever. And there was an ad came on, and it was like the screen came, and at the same time as it came really close to me, it went further away from me. It was a totally surreal experience, and I've had similar experiences since, and I know that whatever this is, it's not real. It's simulation-like. I'm not saying it is a simulation, I'm saying it is like, you know? And well, that's sort of where it all began, and not that long after that I was sat somewhere, I think it was at a bus stop, and something in me went, look, and another level of awareness woke up, and I saw the blackbirds, and I heard the blackbirds' song, and I heard the rustling of the wind in the trees, and I became aware of that. Whereas before, that had simply just been there, but I hadn't been aware of it, I hadn't felt it, I hadn't tuned into it. It had had no effect on me, because I was in a comatose, almost dead state, because that is what evil has done here. Lovelessness. It is a realm where there's very little love, and we know that now better than ever. And it has always been this way, by the way, guys, because you just have to look at the amazing photography of Vivian Maier as another individual who had a real penchant for understanding evil. I think she'd been through it. That's pretty obvious. She was a very broken person. But it's because of that she could see the truth, and her photography is incredible. I absolutely think it's wow. You know, amazing in a very dark sort of way, but it's all there. It's this is you know, yeah, people lived back then, or even in the 80s and the 90s and whatnot, pretending that everything was fine and this and that and you and our and you know. But now, increasingly, that is no longer an option. I feel this, I see this, I see people everywhere looking like question marks shuffling down the road and just being incredibly broken and incredibly unwell, mentally, emotionally, physically. There's garbage everywhere, there's dead animals everywhere, it's grey, it's squalid, it's ugly, it's ugly, it's ugly, it is the black sludge. We've been habitually forced to see the darkness because we've had to be in survival mode. We've been in such a dreadful state here. It is beyond any language to be able to encompass here. I can't do it. And we all know, some of us at least, that the New Age is all about pretending that type of stuff is very negative and low vibration and you just have to be happy. And if you're a genuine soul, you wouldn't be able to do that. It doesn't work like that. You can't just pretend it's not there. If you're serious about doing your inner work, you start to really pay attention to the thoughts in your head and the emotions that you feel genuinely. Be honest with yourself about that. You realize that you're in a really bad state, yeah? The antagonism, the hate, the rage, the grief, the terror, the reactionary nature, this is all the fake consciousness. This is not who you are. This is what you've inherited. It's your black splash in the womb. The witch that merged with you, and you think this is who you are, but this is what it is. You're not. And awakening, going within, is where more and more and more that dissipates and you begin to see glimpses of your true self. But it's an incredibly difficult, incredibly painful, visceral process. And it's not for the faint of heart. And there is no map, and there is no compass, there's nothing. But something guides you. I call this the maverick effect. I've had this guidance. It comes from within us. We guide ourselves. But I believe there are legions, as it were, of light, of great, infinite, unconditional love and harmonious creation that surround us and guide us and protect us. But that doesn't mean shit doesn't happen. What I went through with my boy Kismet, who, I mean, it went on for a whole month and he was so unwell and he ended up losing his eye, and it was utterly soul destroying in a way. It didn't destroy my soul, but it felt that way. And then my own issues and health issues and it pulled out the root of evil, the root, because it had to do that. I call these tower. The tower in the tarot is a very important and significant card when it comes to this journey from dark to light. You will, it's soul retrieval, man. You have to bring up from the dungeon, the torture chamber that exists within you, all aspects of yourself that languish there, believing that evil always wins and there is nothing you can do. And those are just fucking words, right? And it isn't about words. It's about energetics. It's about what that actually feels like and what it feels like when you are transmuting that because it doesn't trust the light. It believes there is no light. It's all a sick evil game. You're never going to get anywhere, and then something bad happens and something else bad happens, and it says, see, there's your proof. It's all a sick evil game. And the hate and the rage and the insanity, you feel like you're a rag doll being violently shook in some dark, hideous, demonic torture chamber, yeah? You start to feel the viscous, putrid, black goo that evil is within you, within your body, within your consciousness. You see it everywhere now. Yeah? This entire experience it's best approached in a kind of shamanic sort of way, I find, to be honest. Because it's very much like the High Priestess in the Tarot. The shadow mind, the left brain shadow mind of rational, logical, Fibonacci, self-perpetuating stupidity, insanity. It is a perception hijack. It is the witch. It's the part of your consciousness that is being possessed, that thinks this is who I am and you are not. And this entire realm is completely and utterly insane, and it has to be purged out. I always say, if you want to get out of the matrix, you need to get the matrix out of you. And I talk about boarding gates in an airport because you're going to come across a lot of people that won't validate your journey of excruciating, terrifying, horrifying soul retrieval work. They won't validate it. They are meant to stay in this type of duality thing. They're not ready to leave. They don't want to. They're not ready. They have shit to do. And of course, the vast majority of whatever you call people here, they're not soul. They're something else, and it's very difficult. I got to a point now where I understand that forgiveness is a very powerful tool and a very powerful protection. Forgiveness, surrender, as in letting go. But that doesn't happen just like that. That can take hours, that can take days, that can take weeks. You'll go through waves of this, and you'll have to this is where I've been at, guys. It's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. It's been so incredibly hard and difficult and whatnot. It just, I have no words for it, any of it, and I've not been able to do a video because it hadn't felt right. I have tried several times, but then it's like, no. You need to tend to yourself here. You are separating from this experience, this world, this system, these people, these expectations, this way of thinking and feeling and being and existing, because it's insane and it is not who you are. You're coming home to yourself. But you're fast tracking, you see, so you're doing the work, and then you have these moments of great clarity. And then you go back into the dungeon to retrieve more of yourself, and you forget that clarity, or it's like, no, that's just, you're just being had, because by now everything should have been fixed and healed and everything should be perfect, but it isn't, so it's all a lie, and I'm not going to trust, and I'm just going to beat the shit out of myself, and I'm just going to stay in the dark. Because what's the ultimate issue here? When you take a leap of faith, you wouldn't need to take a leap of faith if you knew that everything was going to be alright. It wouldn't be called that, would it? And you have been through absolute hell on a million fucking whatever, you know, and so it's really not as simple as that. Oh, well, you know, take a leap of faith and yeah. No. is the most terrifying thing you will have ever done, and yet you manage it again and again. It's not something you do only once. You don't know for certain that it's all going to be okay, because you've not known love. And even I have had experiences that I cannot put into words. But I know love, I know its essence, its soul. I know love, and it knows me, and it lives within me. But there is no way that the dark side could manufacture it. I've known false light. I know when evil pretends to be love, pretends to be the light, but you see, it's a parasite. So it always has a certain, alright? It always has a reason for, and it wants, no. This, what I experienced of love, is not like that at all. It is pure life-giving incredibleness. But there are parts of me that just, it's like a foreign language to a person who has never heard language. Yeah? So this is very incredibly difficult work that needs to be done. There is no other way. This leap of faith to surrender to love is a terrifying prospect. And yet, when you stop and think about it, you have two choices. You can stay in the torture chamber created by your hell contagion, and that puts you right on the map for the forces of darkness in this world, because it's a world created by consciousness, and your experience, your own very unique personal experience, depending on the strain you've inherited in the womb from your ancestral line, because we all have slightly different experiences, you know. It's not one reality at all. We each have our own reality, truly, our own experience created by our consciousness and our ancestral insanity, such as it is, that we've inherited in the womb. You see, it's the feminine that is more distorted and raped and pillaged and broken than anything else, really. And you know, the reunification is slowly but surely happening, where there is a forgiving, the masculine, the feminine. That is one way of looking at it, I suppose. It's not really mine, but yeah, it's like the lovers in the tarot, okay? That is the exalted meaning of that. Because your navigator, you see, how do you navigate in hell? How do you do that? How do you feel when, you have to expect the worst, that way you won't be disappointed. That's the constant risk assessment. You're a fucking nervous wreck your entire life. You expect badness to happen, so you create badness, because it's all predictive programming, you know, all of it is, it really fucking is. It's gaslighting. I think I went off track. I was saying something and then I went over there, and then, sorry about that. But you know, guys, the leap of faith is the most terrifying thing you will have ever done, and yet there is absolutely no other way. You can stay in the torture chamber of the habitual consciousness, which is not you. It's not who we are. It's an overlay, it's a possession, it's a spell, like you're spellbound. Oh, this is who I am, this is how it is, this is all there is, this is what I have to do to survive here, and I have to, and it's the most horrifying state of existence. It's completely insane. And if they're saying, well, where's love then? Hey, why would love stand by and let this happen, and this and that, and who and are, and yeah. I hear that. Believe me, that question comes up often. I call it a Neptune factor, you know, Neptune. the gaslighting and the delusion and the insanity of it all, and it's wow, it's incredible. You have to purge it out of you, all of it. It's a sickness, it's a substance. It has to be purged out, it has to be transmuted, it has to be cleared and cleansed and alchemized, and those are just fucking words. That's all they are, words. Nobody can do it for you. Nobody can walk your path. My light can't save you. My light can save me. I'm not an ambulance. Many of those nowadays, guys. We're feeling all of them, by the way. Everything that is happening in this insane asylum, fake realm, there's a lot happening. And it ain't good. And there's a lot happening that is good. And we made the mistake of thinking that the chaos means we're screwed. I don't believe that. I feel it's a good sign. I've seen the light. I know I am part of that. I am the light. You are the light. Your light is for you to access and to embody, and it will set you free, I believe. And there's even how do you know? You need proof. It doesn't work that way. Approaching this journey with the left brain paradigm, the shadow mind, is, what was it somebody said? And I thought it was funny, is to have sex in order to preserve your virginity. I thought that was funny. Everything here is fucking wrong and insane and distorted, and that part of your mind is not you. It cannot think intelligently. Ergo, the only way to approach it is shamanically, yeah, creatively, fluidly. The non-rational, they call it. I find that the non-rational, to me, is very rational. It makes complete sense. I'm very much at home there. I have a lot of good Uranus placements and whatnot, and Pluto placements that, you know, that work very well together. And I find a lot of soul travelers do. You will find your way through this. Put it this way, guys, at this juncture, it's make or break, and a rider can make it, or evil wins and we're all fucking destroyed, and I don't feel that at all, I don't. Our perception has been wired to perceive evil, because it is a litany of terror and fear and dread and doom, and oh my god, we might be destroyed at any given moment. I might get cancer, or this might happen, I might have an accident, something might happen to my you know, whatever. So you're preoccupied all the time with that, because it's survival mode. Everything that's good and pure and true is sidelined. It's somewhere over there. It's like, yeah, that's great, I'm really grateful, wonderful. Now let's be back to evil, because I need to survive somehow. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why you think evil always wins. That's like the mainstream media, where it's just like that. You know, do you ever get good news? You don't, do you? Think about it. It's the same thing. It's only in here. It's out there. It's in here. It's the same thing. It's a projection. So thanks for the comments. So look, Eve. Oh, bless you. I miss seeing you and hearing your thoughts. It's such a dark, miserable time. Your light is missed. Well, you know, Eve, tune into your own light, my darling. I'm sure you have a massive, big, shining light right within you. And it's hard, I know, my darling. I do know, I get that, I do. We feel so fucking lonely and isolated. There's a reason for that, you know, we've been... Because together we're stronger in many ways. This is absolutely true. And yet at the same time, paradoxically, the best work is done when we are abandoned and isolated, because that is what makes us access the darkest of the dark within us. The root of all evil. you see. It is dark, it is miserable. Evil's revealing itself. It couldn't stay under the carpet. We couldn't go on pretending everything's alright. It just can't be that way. You know, people don't tend to wake up until shit begins to affect them very, very personally. Do you know what I mean? That's when the shit, the impetus is born. And that's it. But I know love, even in this seemingly loveless hell realm. It is here. Because if love was not here, there would be no life, there would be no trees, there would be no, you wouldn't be there, I wouldn't be here, that there would not be any beautiful goodness at all whatsoever, believe me, because love is what gives life and sustains in perpetual motion. Evil's a parasite, it decays, it diseases, it diseases, what, you know what I mean, it destroys, it harms, it cannot exist, it can't stand on, it has feet of clay. And we must learn not to feed it anymore. We must learn to disengage and to disentangle. And so feel your way through it is what I would say, no matter how dreadful that feels. I mean, like earlier on this morning, and it was all dark and horrible and grim and bleak and just horrifying. And I had some kitty litter, which I don't use because obviously Kiss goes out again. So I thought I'd put it by my neighbour's door, and I think it was about 6 o'clock. And I just went out, and it is, I felt like I was losing it. I thought I'm going insane. I had all these voices in my head and screaming. Just whoa, like way off the charts, insane. And you will go to this, like I said, it's very shamanic. It's, you know, it's like you've taken ayahuasca and you've lost the plot. It's like that. Because you are possessed. We are basically possessed. It's crazy, but there it is. And I'm walking just around the corner, and there's fucking rubbish everywhere, and it is just, and it stinks, you know, it's, wow. And other shit happened and has been happening, and the fucking terror, oh my fucking god. So I came home and made a cup of tea, and I just sat here feeling my way through it, just shaking with terror, thinking this is surely gonna kill me stone dead. That there's no way you can feel this appalling and live. Yeah, I do get through it. God. So I do get it, I do understand. And I'm not gonna probably be able to do many videos the way I used to. I will do a video when it feels right, and oddly enough, somehow, Eve, your comment made me think maybe I'll give it a whirl. You know, that's all I've done. I just got the camera and just sat down, and you know, and here it is. You know, I mean, I've been looking at my videos, going back a bit, and just looking at comments. And just realising that, you know, I've got some beautiful, rich, deep, shining souls there. You know, subscribers, you know, it's not a very nice way to put it, is it? I'm a consumer or I'm a subscriber. No. You're beautiful people, you know, and my heart goes out to all of you. I believe we are connected. We may not see each other, live next to each other, but we are connected, you know, and we're all doing our bit to shine our light, you know, and being on your fucking knees in the throes of this self-liberation from this insane consciousness which is in us. And it gets really, really crazy where you think, whoa, what the fuck, you know, like I said, like you've had taken ayahuasca and you've lost it. It gets really surreal and really crazy and really ugly and really hideous and really demonic and really frightening and terrifying and all of that, and hate and rage, where you realise how it's had you, how antagonistic you are. You want to react, you want to fucking, and you fucking, wow. And you got to learn to no, I'm not, and no, I'm not, and no, I'm not, and surrender, and forgive, and let go, and let go, and let go. Because it will serve you not. It will serve you not. But for the longest time you will not be able to do that. And you will hear me say this, and it will just enrage you even more. It will. And that's okay. If I had maybe say, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 years ago, if I'd listened to me saying this, I'd have said, what the fuck, you know. So it's fine. I do get it, I do understand. You know, you gain people, you lose people, you know, it's just like, wow, what the fuck. You know. I've got some beautiful subscribers and I'm grateful. I am so fucking grateful for having you in my life, for being able to read your beautiful, heartfelt comments. There was one person, I can't remember your name, but it was about getting through really difficult passages in your life, breath by breath. And instead of step by step, because there are times where you can't take steps, you can't step. You're in that much acute, dark chaos and distress that it's literally breath by breath, like this morning. And lately you feel like you can't breathe, like they're trying to suffocate you, they're stopping you from breathing. And there's all the weird sounds, so there's all this and that, and oh boy. It's dying, guys. I really feel this in all my being. If I go with what my heart tells me, not the hate-filled, rage-filled, dark consciousness that pretends it's me. No. If I go with that, I end up in a really bad place, right? So I've learned that, okay, never mind. Don't take counsel from it. What's your heart tell you? There are times where you can't feel that. You can't feel that light. It comes in so hard and so overwhelming that you're like lost in it. I know that. But you'll come back to your heart. Okay, so what does your heart tell you? What does your heart tell you? What's the light telling you? And it says, yes, love wins. Love is all. Love is all. There's a great little channel. It should be a big channel called Echo Tier, and the guy sings and makes music, and it is absolutely beautiful. And he does this song called Love Is All, and it's just beautiful, you know. Brings tears to my eyes because it's true. I feel love is all, and in this loveless seeming realm, it matters more than ever before, I feel. So let's choose love in any which way that you can, the best way that you can, and I will do the same. And let's do that together. Let's choose love. Let's choose light. And let's let go of evil, because evil is dying. It is dying. It is the separation, you see. Yeah. That is what I feel. And no, I don't have any proof. But I know what I feel. And all I can do is the best that I can on any given day, or any given moment, or any given minute, or any given breath. And that's just the way it is, guys, for now. You know? So, you know, my heartfelt love to all of you out there. I know it's really dark. I know it's so hard. You're not alone. You are loved. But you see, it's only the love that you have for yourself and the light that you carry within that can see you home. So that's where it's at. And I think I'll call it a day there. Just wanted to do this little video and, you know, let you guys know that yes, I'm here. YouTube's been removing videos. I've removed 2 for, well, the usual. And well, I'm just gonna let that go. You see, I have 2 choices. This is the sort of thing, actually, it's a good example. It fills you with fear. You think, oh my God, they're gonna, you know, take my channel down and I better do this and I better do that. Well, I'm not going to. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to let that go, and I'm not going to worry about that. That worry. Oh, you've got to worry. You've got to worry. Does it help to worry about something? No, it doesn't. Sometimes your intuition will say, do this or do that, and you do this or you do that, and it's okay. But mostly now, it's a case of letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, because it's dying. And I ain't playing that game no more. I'm done. I choose love. I choose light. And it's all the difference between self-hate, the fake consciousness, and self-love, the shining light that is our true self. All my love to all of you.